Okay, so here we are, May 20th. It's kind of a rainy day. I don't even remember what date it was that I recorded my first video, but we got rain last night and everything is green and colorful. But I wanted to do another video of my garden. So here we are. The last one, I hadn't planted anything yet. I had been just finishing up conditioning and planning on planting stuff. So I just wanted to show what it looks like now. I think it's been about a month and a half, maybe, not quite that long. So I've got my squash plants in. Now this stuff has been in for a couple of weeks, at least. I think I planted it the third week of April or so. I did have to buy some squash plants because mine did not make it. It was just they were too small and too not very good. I've got my basil over here. It's finally starting to look pretty good. It was pretty tiny when I put it in. Our new puppy, she likes the hay bales. My mint, it was pretty tiny too. I had it all along this bale here, and get down. Just this one little sprig survived, and it seems to be doing okay. And then I planted sage in here, and I have a teeny tiny little sage plant that survived. And I may go ahead and buy some more sage and rosemary. My rosemary didn't make it either. It was just, all my herbs were pretty little. So the ones that did survive, I'm pretty happy with. I bought some more mint over here, spearmint, and planted it in last week. But all my squash plants are pretty big, or getting there. I already have a little squash on one of them here, so I'm excited about that. I've got, in this row, I've got squash, zucchini, cucumbers, and spaghetti squash. And my tomatoes are doing good. It's hard to see them up against that grass. But I've got 4 beef steak tomato plants and 4 cherry tomato plants. And over here in this row, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 red bell pepper plants that are still kind of small, but they're getting there. And 3 jalapenos right here, which I've got jalapenos on already. My dill is doing amazingly well. It just took right off. I'm glad it's been kind of rainy. It's helped this stuff not burn. My watermelon plants are just going nuts all of a sudden. They were kind of small even just last week, but they have come right out. Oh look, I've got some mushrooms. I've had a lot of mushrooms growing out of here, and grass. So the weeds are not a problem, and the grass really isn't. It comes out pretty easily. I just have to kind of come through here and yank some out every now and then. I also have cantaloupe in this row here. Now, I did not plant my green beans like I had planned, so I am going to do that soon. I mean, they grow fast, so I'm not worried about doing it so late. My potatoes and my buckets are huge. And I mean, I don't even know when they're supposed to be ready to pull, but they're huge. I think my little dog just tried to get my blueberry plant. She kind of knocked it over in the bucket. They're into everything. It's like toddlers. And in here, I put my lettuces. And I mean, they're just going crazy. They were teeny tiny when I put them in here. I wasn't even sure if they'd survive. But in this first row, I've got broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage. I think I have green and red cabbage, and Swiss chard. And then in this row, I've got lettuces. In the middle is spinach, which is taking a little longer to get big, but it's getting there. And radishes. So everything seems to be doing great. Like, see all these little mushrooms that are growing? Just anytime it got real moist, these little things come up, which I'm not too worried about. I mean, I don't think it's going to hurt anything, because pretty soon it's going to get hot and dry. So, anyway, that's how things are going so far. I'm pretty pleased with the outcome, because there's just really no weeding. All I do is water for about 10 minutes on each soaker hose a day, and like, everything's going good so far. I haven't had any trouble with bugs. I haven't sprayed. I have one little tomato plant that looks like it's kind of gotten eaten up by bugs, so I may mix up a natural spray with, I think it's garlic, mint, and cayenne pepper, to spray on everything, just so that, you know, to detour any bugs. But I haven't had any trouble. We have bunny rabbits out here, and they haven't tried to get anything, and deer, and I haven't had any trouble with deer either. Of course, you know, we have a big dog, so that helps. But yeah, that's how it's going. All right, May 20th, that's today. We'll see how things go, and I'll do another video in the next month or so. All right.